Wah. Oops, we're live, everybody. I forgot to turn the intro off. Welcome, everybody, to our Survivor show. Just want to remind everybody, it's our Survivor pre-show party, so start getting those questions ready, chat room, and you can tweet them to us with hashtag YRRLive. If you are watching in YouTube, thumbs up and subscribe. That really helps support our shows, and you can click on these buttons. iTunes 5-star rating and a nice review is awesome. And become a patron if you want to help support our shows. yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get stuff like access to special Facebook group and special shows, and it's so much fun. But okay, now here's the man of the hour. Here's Survivor extraordinaire expert John Richardson.
I don't know if I'm an expert, but I'm certainly looking the part.
You are looking the part, John. Can I just tell you a secret before you start getting into all your Survivor-y goodness?
Sure.
Tomorrow night, everyone, I can officially announce that we're going to be live with hashtag Jag from hashtag BB17, James and Meg. Yay!
From Meg's New York City apartment.
From Meg's New York City apartment and James in whatever bubbly doodle town he's from. But here's the important thing that I have to tell all of you guys, because you're all right here watching this and you now right now. Tomorrow's show is going to be on our website. It's not going to be in You Now, which is why I wanted to just tell you all quickly. It'll be at yourrealityrecaps.com/live show. I'll remind you all. I'll send out the link. I just wanted to tell you all ahead of time. Okay, John. Let's talk Survivor on our pre-show party.
Oh, Survivor. I just want to say hi to Michael and Jimmy and everyone in the chat room. It's so nice to see you guys.
It is 7 p.m. Eastern, by the way. They're asking what time. Always 7 p.m. Eastern. We always go live at 7 p.m. Eastern.
4 p.m. Pacific time.
John Richardson, Nikki Cochran loves your hat in the chat room. She's loving it. Nikki. She's loving it.
Get a bandana, a Survivor bandana. Maybe I'll get one from Dale next week.
Oh, yes. So tell people your announcement for next week, John.
Nothing is set in stone because it is show business, but I've been talking with Kelly Wentworth's dad. He's going to be in Seattle with her next week. Cross your fingers, everyone. We might do a You Now live interview with him, maybe both.
Ooh.
We don't know.
Make it happen. You're already in disguise. Go sneak into their hotel room. Just be like, housekeeping!
Here I am. Hi, everyone.
I do. Just have it like in your pocket. Like do a pen camera. Do a pen camera, something. Yeah. Surprise! Wigglesworth. Wentworth.
Surprise! Wentworth.
What the hell's her name? Who knows?
I know. It sounds like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory names.
There's too many people with this name. Eek in the chat room says, like Tim Gunn says, make it work.
Make it work.
Make it
All
work.
right. You saw last week's episode, Eric. It was insane. We never have emerged this early.
Nope.
Episode 3, that's insane. Mm-hmm. So everybody had to drop their buffs. We knew this last week. They created another tribe, the Angkor tribe. I felt really bad for those tribal members. Wu, Jeff, Peih-Gee, Abi-Maria, Tasha, and Andrew all had to go to that tribe. They had nothing. They had no shelter. They had no rice. They had nothing. And had to sleep in the elements.
I just love that they threw Abi-Maria into You Lost Everything. Like, they want her to get... They are trying... Production wants her to flip out and be old Abi-Maria so bad.
We all do.
They're helping.
We all do. She is just the fact that she is there this long, it just shocks me. I know everybody's compared her to, like, the Victoria... of Big Brother, but if you've read some of the 12 moments that PG had that she wrote on at CBS.com, PG says it best. She served her time. It's time for her to go tonight. I want to know what you guys think in the chat room. Do you think it's Abi-Maria's time to go?
No, no, she needs to stay. She needs to stay. She needs to stay and be nasty Abi-Maria. Nasty Abi-Maria. Just saying.
Maybe somebody needs to take her bracelet again. I can't imagine her getting an immunity idol and someone trying to take that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And speaking... Go ahead.
Well,
we're fighting to talk.
Okay. Well, here I just wanted to say one thing. You know me, I'll forget if I don't say it right now, and I think it happens in the beginning of the episode. What did you think, John, of my boyfriend Spencer, saying that thank God for the survivor gods that I was spared in the beginning of the episode? Because I'll tell you, I think survivor gods is code for production, but whatever.
It could be. Absolutely. I mean, maybe someone on the crew, one of the producers, has a thing for hairless 12-year-old looking boys. I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'm gonna... Whatever. I'll say I think it's production manipulation. John, before you get to your next point, Catherine Scalise says, Abi-Maria needs to go, but she also needs to stay and be nasty, is Catherine in the chat room. Jessica says, Abby isn't going anywhere yet. Dwarner says, although she does make a good shield for Jeff. Tracy Lara wants her to stay, and Sydney says, no, I liked her before, but I didn't like her before, but I'm finding myself liking her now, is what the chat room has to say about your Abi-Maria question, John.
Well, I agree to an extent with you guys. I think it's entertaining, but I think that when it's directed at you being on the cast or on the tribe, it's a whole other thing. And I really felt bad for PG. I think she left a little too early. If you read again some of those moments that she talked about after she was voted off, she says that, Abby kind of had it out for her. She felt before they even jumped off the boat into the water, she's like, it was kind of like a high school thing, a high school mean girl thing. And when the whole thing with the bracelet and the bags, PG said, listen, there's a bunch of bags. They tell you to grab a bag and put your name around it. She goes, I thought it was an empty bag. Little did I know it had a bracelet in it. And that's when it all started with Abby. So she's nuts. She's nuts. And here's my takeaway from what you just said. PG, the Asian lady, was on a boat and jumped off it. So that's racist. And there's a show called Fresh Off the Boat, but whatever. It's a whole network doing that.
That was my point. Are you telling me that you feel bad for the survivors because in person they have to put up with Abi-Maria? Is that what you're saying?
They have to put not only in person, but under treacherous conditions with just eating rice, starving, rained on, sleeping and huddled together, all of it. And you've got, yep. It would drive me nuts. She'd be buried.
For $1 million. For $1 million.
I would bury her in the beach. I would bury her in the sand. She'd go to sleep. And then I would just bury her.
We've put up with...
I don't know.
We've put up with a lot worse people for days without $1 million, without a 1 in 12 or a 1 in 16 chance of $1 million. So I'd take it. I'd say, bring on Abi-Maria. Come on, girl. Nikki Cochran says Abi-Maria guaranteed final 3. A lot of people are just saying, "Oh, John, we're so glad to have you back." Hey. And Eek says, "Very good summation, John." So he liked what you were saying about PG.
Thank you. All right, so then going back to the new tribe, so the Bion tribe is now Monica, Jeremy, Steven, Kimmy, Kelly Wigglesworth, and your boy Spencer. And what's great with Jeremy, he found the clue in the idol last week. I love that they're hiding the idols on the things that they're on the challenges. What do you think of that, Eric? I love that.
I love it. I can't wait to see what the chat room thinks of it. But now, am I the only one who just thought anybody could have found that? The other one was up and under the thing, so you would have had to known. If somebody would have got to the back of that thing before him, they would have been like, "Why is this bag like it wasn't hidden at all? It was right there."
I thought the same. I would have thought they were cigarettes. I'm going to be like, oh my God, I'm starving. I'll just smoke. Like, where? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what? And I was looking at the other boxes, right? And you could see that they didn't have them on there.
No, they didn't
No,
because it was for
which is
him.
that particular
His
one.
well, it was for him to find, so they had to put it in his tribe's lane. But still, I
True.
agree. What if like somebody would have been like, "No, I want to go first. I'm gonna let me get it first,"
Oh,
and then they would have went to
I
the
know.
back. That would have been bad. It would have been bad.
It's insane. My heart is up. It's just pounding out of my chest when it happens. It's like, how are they going to do it? You see them darting. You see them going behind their back. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So we've got Kelly Wentworth has an idol.
Right?
First idol. She's not told anyone.
Uh huh.
Now we've got Jeremy, who has an idol from last week. He hasn't told anyone. I know we
Correct.
talked about this a little bit last week, but do we think this is smart to keep this idol to ourselves, or should we share it with our alliance?
Well,
Chat room.
I got a lot of answers from your from questions. So here I'm gonna tell
Okay.
you I'm giving you the pulse of the chat room. This just in. But wait, but first I want to say one more thing. People know that I'll forget it if I don't say it. Here's what I think is gonna be super interesting, John. I can't wait to see next season. Or I know they filmed the seasons back to back, so probably not next season, but the one after that.
Yeah.
You know, all future Survivor seasons now, they're all going to be watching each other during immunity challenges because they're going to want, like, the people that are watching it right now play out,
Yeah.
when they're in the game, they're going to be like, is somebody going there? Like, don't you think that's going to be interesting for future seasons to watch? Whatever. Okay, so Catherine says I'm cute. Greek Diva says, do we know how many idols are floating around? I think she means, like, I know you just said the two that we know of, but do we know if
Yeah.
there's more out there, or do we not know?
We don't know, but there's at least three, isn't there? Chat room?
There's usually at
Oh,
least three, or there's usually as many as production feels to get the result they want. Trek,
the Survivor Gods?
the Survivor Gods, I mean.
I
Um,
like that. Let's keep that term.
Trek Lord says, I love how they are hiding the idols. They should always do it that way.
No.
Waiting. Eek says, waiting for those that already found an idol to watch others to see if they are trying to get one. Now, I get that. I'm surprised that the two that already have found it aren't looking to see what other people are doing as well.
Oh, totally. Especially since they've kind of swapped now. But again, nobody's told each other about the idols, so nobody knows to look. You think that might be another thing too? That if they share not only that they have the idol, but though they usually share how they got it. So now everybody's going to be at a challenge looking closely at everything, right?
Right, exactly. And I
Yeah.
think what Eek was saying is, why wasn't Kelly? Kelly was the one who found it first? The
Kelly's
blonde
the one
girl?
that found it first.
And the guy who found it last week, I forget what his name is too.
Jeremy.
So why aren't they watching other people? Like, they know they were hidden. They should be watching other people, is what Eek was saying in the chat room. Like, is anybody, let's see if somebody else might have a clue this week. Let's see if somebody else is being weird. But I honestly think you're too busy doing the challenge. You know
We
what I mean?
could see that tonight too, because Kelly is on a different tribe. She's on Takeo.
Mm-hmm.
So and Jeremy's on the Bayan tribe. So as they're now, we see there's photos on CBS.com of the reward challenge, and it looks pretty awful.
Mm-hmm.
But are Kelly and Jeremy gonna kind of look and be like looking around a little bit for and maybe another idol, or maybe on, Bruce L had a good point. There's usually one per camp,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe they're gonna look around at the Angor tribes and see if there's anything over there. I don't know.
I have some first look photos for you, John. Would you like some first
Good.
look
I
photos?
love some first look photos.
Chat room, you tell us if this is echoey when we do it and we won't talk. So here's them in the tribe. In the cut, I mean. Here's
You're a little echoey, but these are photos from tonight's episode.
That's what I said, little preview photos.
Oh, yes.
I thought you were saying preview photos, so I was bringing them up for you. Okay, so there you go. There's with some pre photos. Sorry. Lisa L in the chat room, John, says you never tell anybody about the idol. Ever tell anybody. Eek is saying he thought it was only one per camp. Bruce also is saying it's usually one per tribe. The next one will be in the Angor tribe. Just robotic, no echo. Okay, great. Well, that's over. Immunity challenge is hero contest with one member per tribe competing, says Michael Schmutz, John. Can you not hear me?
You broke up a little bit. What?
Michael Schmutz said the immunity challenge is a hero contest with one member per tribe competing.
Ooh, that's going to be good. That's what the pictures that I was talking about as far as it's the first look, the castaways. No. Yes. You just had them up.
Yeah, I'm going through. So while you're...
The ones towards the back show the challenge.
Okay. I'm on question. Okay, here we go. So these.
As a reference point.
Here we go. Let's show them quickly. Here. So
yes.
Ba-da-boo.
Holy Mother of God. Look at that. So there's Terry. So it's Terry, Jeremy... Who's that other one? And there's all the castaways just stepping out of it. Oh, yeah. And this is a reward challenge that's happening. Catherine, Holy Mother of God. I agree with you, Catherine.
Yes. I think, and I'll just say this. I know it's echoey for you guys in the chat room. That's a reason for you to come watch go watch the playback on YouTube after, because it sounds perfect after. So if you want to hear it not echoey when we're making comments about pictures, watch the replay of this on our website, yourrealityrecaps.com/survivor. John, Bruce is saying he believes it's Spencer, Joe, and Jeremy. I don't know if that's true or not. Joe, Woo, and Jeremy would be my guess, says Taylor Allen. I don't think we don't know for sure. None of us know for sure.
We don't know for sure. My guess, it looked like Terry, like when they were lifting up that crane thing. Of course, we saw Jeremy, because he's that delicious chocolate color. And I think it might be Jeff.
Maybe. You never know.
I don't know.
We'll see. We don't know.
And somebody said they loved Jeremy. I love Jeremy, too. I just think he's just a sweetheart.
What did you think of Spencer confiding in him to be like, I have feelings. I am not a robot. I have feelings. I am not a robot.
I'm glad Spencer did that. I really hope that he learned his lesson, because the thing that we're seeing at every episode, and the first thing they all said was, I'm going to play it differently, you know? And everybody's playing kind of the same game. Peih-Gee in her interview after being voted off was saying, you know, she had a really bad social game her first season. And one of the things that she wished she would have done is gotten to Tosh and Andrew earlier when the tribes merged and made a kind of alliance with them so that maybe Abby would have been voted off. So she's making the same mistakes. Serene made the same kind of mistakes the week before when she was voted off. Poor Vitus never had really a chance, and he was the first one voted off. So to see Spencer do that, I was happy to hear that.
So
besides seeing his hairless body,
my takeaway is you were happy that Spencer was pretending to have emotions.
Pretend all you want, but his social game needed to be better, and that is the start, I hope.
I like not having any emotions. So you hold on to your emotionless soul, Spencer. I
the
like
person
it.
who like they're made to cry and it's a
Oh, I know, but then I want him to be that way. Oh, now, John, by the way, you know what we forgot to tell everybody to do? And this is perfect time, everybody. Megaphone and square up arrow. John, smile. We forgot to tell everyone the megaphone and square up arrow and tweet and, send out the show. So smile. They're screen grabbing you. Right now, everybody's screen grabbing you. Usually my face looks something like during it, so smile. Yay, megaphone square up arrow. And of course, become a fan if you're not. We forgot to tell them that at the start of the show. And use your free likes. That was the other thing I forgot to say. You guys got free likes. We need to get it over 1,000. If we're not over 1,000, we're not coming back next week with Kelly Wigglesworth as husband's cousin's nephew. So make it over 1,000 free likes. It's free. Bruce L. John says they should do Redemption Island for the episode that Spencer gets off. I'm sorry, I heard Spencer gets off. What was the rest of this?
It's all you heard was Spencer gets off. I vomited in my mouth a little bit.
Ricky Johnson says, Spencer can do no wrong in my book. I like him either way as long as he keeps his clothes to a minimum.
We're talking about Spencer still?
Yeah. Oh, Spencer, John. Who else?
Sorry.
Rhonda says, how do you invite? Rhonda, it's the square up arrow or the megaphone. And wait, I'm going to interject one little last thing, John, because this really helps all of our shows. Everybody, if you want to do us a favor, we don't ask you guys for gold bars. We're not asking you for money. Here's what you can do to help us. Tweet at you now and tell them, hey, make at Reality Recaps a hashtag you now editors pick, because they do so many amazing shows. We need you guys to tweet that out again so they make us editors choice.
Tweet it out.
So it's tweet at you now and say, make at Reality Recaps a hashtag you now editors choice. Sorry, editors choice. Editor's choice. Tweet it out. Trek Lord John says he loves when you throw shade at Spencer.
It's easy, Trek Lord. You're welcome.
Trek Lord's getting a nice gift in the mail from us this week too, John.
Oh, good.
He is. Jeremy and Woo.
Spencer's suntan lotion.
Jeremy and Woo are Tracy Laura's favorites.
Oh, there's some good photos of Woo.
Dumb Woo. We'll get there. You'll get there. Taylor Allen says Joe is definitely playing the same game he has. He has everything. He's won every challenge, and his social game is on point. Definitely no target at the merge for Joe, says Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
So you agree? No target for Joe?
No target for Joe yet, no. He's in a really good spot.
Yeah.
The Takeo tribe and the Bion tribe they're really, really good spots. It's that Angor is just going to be demolished.
Right. Michael C says go Terry and Abby for the win. Eric and John, make it happen. How are we gonna make it happen?
I don't know, but I want to know.
I don't know either. Okay.
Thanks for the confidence, Michael.
And Ricky Johnson says Woo is never up to speed on anything, but you keep living on a prayer, John.
I know. Well, he's good to look at, right? But he wasn't up to speed on his first season. So, yeah. Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah. Could be.
He's getting farther than, like, Peih-Gee did.
Jennifer... Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'll save it. Go ahead, go.
I have another talking point. So.
Talk about it. Talk away.
So, okay. So, after the challenge, everyone, when Tasha called out Jeff, because he looked over at Kelly's Wigglesworth and mouthed something. Right. Well, he's a rat. Eric's a rat.
It is funny how elephant shoe can look like I love you, I hate you. You can just mouth elephant shoe and it looks like a bunch of weird things.
No, it's olive juice.
Whatever. So, yeah, go ahead. I loved it. I will just interject with I loved her being like, got a rat. Loved it. Favorite part.
Okay, so Ricky Johnson says, what did he say anyways? In Peih-Gee, again, her exit interview is filled with information. She thinks he said stick together with them.
Stick
And
together with
yeah,
them.
his previous alliance from his tribe is what he did, and he just almost shot himself in the foot, which we saw.
Yeah, the chat room is saying it was a great Survivor moment, says Maximus' mom. Um, John, you're killing them. Taylor Allen says, Jeff was hinting at the last tribal to vote out Andrew or Tasha, but once they didn't get the hint, Peih-Gee was the next best thing. Abby is a shield for him.
And that's what he says in his interviews.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of smart.
Yeah. Do you think that Tasha, Maximus' mom says Tasha is fearless now, and she was fearless on her season as well?
She was. And the thing that we reminded us with Tasha in the last episode is that, you know what, she's been at the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was at the bottom with Spencer and Chaos Cass on her season. So when she gets to this tribe and they have nothing, she's used to it. So it didn't affect her as much as it did, you know, the other tribe mates.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree. Bruce says she's strong-willed. Miss Mancougar says, I think Jeff may be in trouble as well.
Oh, I think Jeff's in trouble.
You do? A lot of people want to know, who do you think's going home tonight, John?
Ooh. I honestly think it might be Abby's time, especially if it's going to be Angor, if they're going to lose, which I think that they are. Because if they do, who's left? We got Wu, we've got Abi-Maria, Tasha, and Andrew. And Andrew and Tasha are tight.
Right.
Jeff and Wu, I guess, would be kind of tight too. Abby would be the vote splitter. Or maybe they just all vote for her. Give themselves a break.
Give Abby the power. I absolutely love the thought of giving Abby the power. I love it.
She would split the vote. Yeah.
She would. She definitely would split the vote.
She would.
Yeah. Okay, John. Do you? Nope. Forget it. Go ahead. No, I was gonna say something. I'll save it for later. Go.
Nope, I didn't have anything else.
Oh, you didn't have enough? I thought you had something to say. Zach T says, I feel like I don't know Sierra, Monica, and Kimmy at all.
Well, I think especially Monica. I mean, Monica hasn't been on it for a while. I forget which season off the top of my head she was on it. Sierra was just on Blood vs. Water, the first season of that with her mom. We remember that. Mm-hmm. We didn't see a lot from her, which I think is why she's back on Second Chances. But the thing with her that was really great about her season, she voted with her alliance, and she voted her mom out. So that's a really good quality to have.
She did.
Especially in Survivor when you're outlasting, you know.
Right. 100%.
Everyone else.
It's very I think it's interesting to see how it's all going to play out. But John, then, why don't we'll go ahead and give it a whirl. You want to take a guest caller?
We definitely can do that.
All right, because it's somebody who called in last week, and I'm thinking you're going to be able to hear this. So,
okay, get ready.
Here we go. Do Bapu. Okay, let's see what happens. It's our Bruce. Hopefully you're gonna be able to hear him this time, John. Let's see what our Bruce has to say about Survivor.
Oh, he's up. He's up.
I know. Hi, Bruce.
Hey, what's up?
John, you hear him?
I can hear him, Bruce. Hey, Bruce.
There you go.
I can hear y'all too.
So what's your question?
I commented on the chat room earlier. I think if y'all talk about the Survivor Gods being production, they should go Redemption Island just for 1 week, and when the fan favorite gets voted off, and then let them go to Redemption Island and come back, so it gives all of us people something to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Just for 1 week only, like in the middle of the season when you least expect to just have Redemption Island 1 week and then take it off. That'd be crazy.
That would be insane. And plus, we wouldn't lose some of the people we like so quickly, right?
Exactly. And it would just be shocking because people would be like, oh, they're bringing back that again, but then just take it away. Because, with production, they can do whatever they want to. So, I mean, they could just bring it back and then take it away. And then maybe the following week do Castaway Island where the person gets all by himself on the island by himself and then has to come back to the tribe like 3 days later. Just mix everything from different seasons and make it crazy, and then you have a headache.
Yeah.
Or they could have Redemption Island where they have to, whoever loses the challenge has to go with Abby. And so every time someone goes to Redemption Island, they're with Abby. That could be
They
the
might have to
punishment.
get the cops. They might have to get the cops involved in that one.
Ooh. Well, I think Abi-Maria might know her way around a police
Cops
station.
and restraining orders.
You know what I mean?
Or insane asylums.
Right, exactly. Catherine Lee says, twist after twisted twist is what Bruce is coming up with.
I know.
Expect the unexpected on Survivor. Wow.
This is true. This is very true. Well, thanks, Bruce. Thanks for coming in and giving us something.
Thanks for
We
watching.
always love when you comment and let us know what you're thinking.
Yeah, y'all have a good evening, and thanks for letting me come on again.
No
You're
problem,
welcome.
Bruce. We will talk to you later. Or, I don't know why I said that. I just always say that. I'm sure we'll talk to you later, though.
Of course.
Of course we will. Bruce is awesome. We love Bruce. Yeah, the whole chat room loves Bruce. We love Bruce, too. You guys can totally guest call in if you want. Guest call.
Absolutely.
We will bring it up. Ricky Johnson says, laughing my ass off. What if Abby won Soul Survivor, y'all? We'd never hear the end of it.
We would have to end the show.
Yeah, could you imagine? But it would never happen. They would never let it happen. The Survivor gods would never allow that.
Down the show.
They would never allow that. BB Princess loves the graphics. Well, welcome. And thank you, BB Princess. Tang Lang says, I have no makeup on, so no calling for me. Nikki Cochran says, I'll guess call in Friday and talk about the middle. All right, Nikki, everyone, you heard it. We're going to hold you to that one, Nikki. Zach wants to know, John, which player do you think had the least amount of airtime this season?
I think Monica, right?
Probably.
I think we're all sitting there going, who's it? Monica who?
Right. Oh, Eek says Kimmy.
And Kimmy as well.
Mm-hmm.
But if you follow her on Facebook or social media, her posts are kind of funny. She's very, she eats a lot of healthy food. She's kind of a health nut.
Yeah, totally. Lisa says Sierra. Maximus Mom says, who's Jimmy?
It's Kimmy.
Welcome to my world, Maximus Mom. Ricky says, Evil Dick was someone people love to hate too, so you never know what can happen.
I just saw that season of a couples therapy, and I like Dick.
We know you like Dick. Bruja Nathan just wants to say hi, John. That's all he wants to say is hi. People in the chat room, John, want us to talk about Final Tribal and how once again Woo was blindsided, left there not knowing what the hell is going on. Once again, Woo is clueless as Peih-Gee gets voted out. So what do we think about it?
Well, I think that, yeah, definitely Woo. He's kind of aligned with Jeff, and Jeff said, this is how we're voting, and then that's it. The thing I like about Woo is that then he doesn't run to someone else and try to do these side alliances like your boy Spencer does.
You mean play the game?
But he always is the last to know. Absolutely.
You have to play the game, Woo. I don't know if you heard, the first go-round, you didn't know you were supposed to play the game, and now you're in here again, right. Woo, and you need to play the game. Eek says, boo-hoo, Woo. Lisa's saying, he's such a clueless dumbass. Well, no, that was rude.
Or play it too hard like Spencer does and almost get voted out.
Mm-hmm. That is very true. Maximus says, I like Woo, but I can't respect his game. Catherine says, cuckoo Woo. I have a feeling we're going to end up being called racist by the end of the show. Tracy
Well,
Lawrence.
guys, we've only had 3 episodes. And tonight's episode 4. So, Woo, he could change. We see Spencer changing. Woo could change. Speaking of changing, let's talk about Cass. Cass changing.
Please, let's. Go ahead.
I mean, she has a heartbeat. I couldn't believe it. I mean, she drove me absolutely insane her season, and that smirky little grin made things worse. And the fact that she knew what she was doing, I knew what she was doing, but she still drove me crazy. And to see her, getting teary-eyed about Andrew's story about meeting his wife a couple episodes ago, having a heart, she tears. I couldn't believe it.
Now, you don't find it at all suspicious that all of a sudden our Chaos Cass and Spencer, both from the past previous seasons, all of a sudden decided to turn on the feeling switch on their back. They were like, oh, feeling. Let me turn that switch on. Boop. Oh, your story still. I don't buy it for a second. Chaos.
Well, I think Spencer almost getting voted out made him turn on his sensitivity switch. Whether he's bullshitting us or not, he's still playing that card, which he should. As far as Chaos Cass, I think, she's like the Tin Man, and she finally got a heart. And it's growing, and she can feel things now. But I'm telling you, what's going to happen is when someone starts to double-cross her, we're going to see Chaos Cass again. And she's going to be worse than ever. We're going to lose Abby, and then we're going to get Chaos Cass. Abby's the Wicked Princess, and then we're going to get the full-on witch. That's what's going to happen.
I'm sorry, did you say witch or with a B?
Witch with a W.
Witch with a W, okay, because we don't need to be rude to her.
We're not a group. Jeez. What do you think I am?
I don't know, but chat room is loving what you are saying, John. Maximus Mom said, oh boy, I can't even keep up with it. Maximus Mom said something, but then it flew by. What did he say anyway? Tonight is a great comp. Everybody's saying, all right, I'm going to stop trying to scroll back and just go with current. Tracy Laura says, at least she played the game. As much as I like Woo, he is not playing the game. Maximus Mom.
Or he's playing the game the same way, so we don't have respect for him yet. We see him falling, doing the same stuff he did the last time, and he didn't win last time, so it's disappointing. I think we're disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I just want to be in the middle of a Woo and Spencer sandwich. I want to be the cream in that Oreo cookie. In the Oreo cookie.
Not in Cambodia,
I'll take it anywhere.
Everybody's got sand in their crotches and everything. Ugh. Gross.
Whatever. I would be on a beach in a second, and I don't like beaches. Be like, here I come, Spencer. You need mouth to mouth? Did you fall
you
in
need
the
some more
fire?
suntan lotion on your gingery white skin?
Let me just get you some suntan lotion. Zach says, did you see Jeff Varner playing the immunity challenge? He was like a dying walrus when he was going down that ramp.
Oh, absolutely. And in that underwear. Can we talk about the underwear that the guys are wearing this season?
Yes, please.
Now, to know not what to do when you're on a reality show is pick out better underwear. Can we talk?
I know.
We talk?
Because all those people are going to try and act like they didn't know when they were called to the Survivor thing that they were going to have to leave for the show right away. I would have Under Armour. I would have underwear. I would be like 3 layers deep of clothes. Sweat would be pouring off of me sitting in the audience.
I would have like a full elastic spank thing.
Yep.
Just had my head popping out.
Exactly. I'd be like, I don't care if I look
peach
horrible.
with painted on nipples. I'd be like, woo!
See if you all care how stupid I look in the audience. I'll be enjoying it when I'm wherever.
But speaking of Jeff, did you see a picture of what he looked like on season 2?
No.
He was a cutie patootie.
Didn't.
And he was considered kind of a villain in his season too. So I think we've got some unexpected stuff we're going to see from purple and blue tie-dye underwear.
Mm-hmm. You have to send me pictures. You send me pictures, and I'll do it if you know pictures, and then I'll show them to the people. Because they want to see the picture. I don't have the damn picture. I don't know what you're looking at.
It's on the CBS site, and it's Remember What?
Remember What? Is it in that list of the 16 other pictures?
Yes.
What number?
It's not in that list. It's in another little thing.
And what is it called?
It's called Remember What These Second Castaways Are Originally Known For.
Okay, I'll look for that. I will look for that.
And it's picture number 3.
Okay, I will look for that because I don't see it right now. But what I wanted to say about underwear, John, was, you know how we do giveaways for the Big Brother stuff? What if we get Survivor people on, and then we get, like, new, not there, get your minds out of the gutters, dirty pervs, but what if we get, like, new, clean versions of the underwear that they wore on Survivor, and we make them sign those as giveaways? Do you think I could get any of them
You're no fun, clean.
Do you think I could? I got Austin to agree to sign a foam finger, so I think I could get him to agree to sign the duplicate underwear. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know if you notice on Facebook, but every time, like, anything around Survivor, there's the brand of underwear that Vitus wore, and it's got Vitus in them all over my Facebook newsfeed.
I just love when you call him Vitus.
Vitus?
It's
Vitus? Vitus?
It's Vitus. It's Vitus.
Accent. I'm sorry.
It's Vitus. Get Spencer, please. I want it, says Ricky Johnson. I know. Pump your brakes. But no, that's what I don't have many perks, but guess what one of the perks are? If Spencer's given his underwear to anybody, it's me. I'll be like, sorry guys, I don't know. I lost it. I don't know where his underwear went, but I have it. Okay, I completely give up on trying to find that thing. I don't see it. Joe is like the guy who looks at everything annoying. I don't know what that means.
Jeff, the host.
Looks at everything annoying, though. Joe is like the guy who's good. Oh, who's good. It also helps if I read correctly. Joe's the guy who's good at everything. Right.
Yes, with the longer hair.
Right, exactly. Ricky Johnson says, Woo is so dumb, he's going to try and do a Tony from last season. He could. I saw that he tweeted out a conversation between him and Tony, which I always love their conversations when they do that. And what a gorgeous cookie. Okay, I don't know what that means. Mama Xanax.
That's me.
Mama Xanax just says, I miss you guys.
Oh,
and,
Mama Xanax.
And Bruce says Tony was the cop. Oh, I know who Tony is. I loved Tony's game. I
did too.
Tony's game.
Who lied, and none of the people in the precinct even cared that he lied about swearing on cops' lives and everything else, right?
You shouldn't. It's a game. If it's a game, and you should be able to do whatever you want. Literally whatever you want. Ricky Johnson says, Eric, reread. The problem is I'm scrolling back up because all of you guys had so many good questions, but the chat room was flying. But then the problem is when one of you then comments, the chat room flies all the way back down to the bottom, which is very annoying. That will not happen next time. Bruce,
I think we're going to also see some crazy things from Kimmy, who looks really sweet, laying around, lunging around. But I don't know if you remember from her season, which was season 2. She was on it with Jeff. And it was, I think, one of the most popular seasons, the Australian Outback. And she was kind of a floater, didn't really have a real alliance, but was known for getting in that finger-wagging fight with another tribe member, I can't remember, over the chickens, whether to kill them right now so that they could have some food. And she flipped out.
Right.
So we've got some people that they're going to show some sparks, or at least some of their true colors from their season.
Definitely.
We got a lot to go, people. We got a long way to go still.
We got a long way to go still. Nikki Cochran says, I don't get why people crucify people like Tony, but then will love a Dr. Will. They're one and the same. I completely agree. Lisa says, John, do you see any of the old school people making it to the end of this game?
Oh my gosh, that's a good one. I mean, right now, as far as any of the old school, the old timers or
Yeah.
older season people?
They're the older seasons people. You know how they're
I
trying
think
to make it.
Andrew Savage is pretty smart and knows when to shut up and look around and sense what everybody's doing. I mean, honestly, him and Tasha, one of them should have gone home in that tribe, and to sit there and watch the tribe, the new Angor tribe, start to turn on each other and have it go between Peih-Gee and Abby. Tasha and Andrew escaped that, and I think Andrew's going to do really well.
Zach T says Terry and Kelly's Wigglesworth. Lisa also is saying Wigglesworth. Bruce says Jervis. And Crafty Chick says Alicia.
And I also kind of agree with that because Wigglesworth, she was what? She lost. She was the second one. She was in second place for her season. So she was like a few votes away from winning $1 million. So she went far on her season. She could go far on this season too. That's really good. We just haven't seen a lot of play because it's been the Abby show, right?
Well,
so I don't know.
As it should be. John, I know we only have probably 10 minutes left because then we have to go to live tweet or whatever.
Absolutely, yeah.
Or whatever. Or whatever. But we have another guest caller, John, who we loved last time that you didn't get to hear last time.
Oh, is it that little blondie?
Oh, yes, it is. So here we go. Da-da-da-da-da-da. He's connecting. It's our Taylor Allen. Waiting on Taylor Allen to connect the call.
From California.
Your call.
My CA.
Oh, Taylor Allen, are you here?
Yeah.
And John can hear you. Give John a question this time. He wants one.
Hey, Taylor.
Uh-oh, maybe he's frozen. Oh, all right, Taylor. Oh,
Taylor, are you in hiding?
All right, Taylor. I guess they're gonna drop you. I'm sorry.
Call back, Taylor. You're frozen. The chat room's saying you're frozen too.
Yeah, you're frozen. Okay, and we're back.
Oh,
sorry.
Canadian. A CA I thought was California. My bad.
Sydney.
I'm bad.
Sydney John says, I agree. Savage realizes the game is being played differently than from the beginning. And Queen Bad Seed says, I would love Kelly, but I doubt it. I think she's saying I was a fan of her since season 1. Maximus Mom says, John, who's your favorite player?
Who's my favorite player so far?
Mm-hmm.
From what I'm seeing, you know what? I'm sorry. From what I'm seeing, I have to go with my Seattle girl because I'm in Seattle. Kelly Wentworth.
Okay.
I love her energy. I love how she found the idol. I follow her on Periscope. Those are hilarious. So I get a lot of Kelly. So, maybe not on the show too much, but as far as Kelly, she's my favorite so far.
You look like you're going to stalk her when this is over.
I'm getting ready to call her right after this.
You won't find me. I'm like, where's Waldo? I could be in any crowd watching your Periscope. I got my hat on. You won't find me. Kelly Wigglesworth. Kelly dissed her dad bad, says Just Called Me Z. When did she do that? Maybe in a Periscope or something?
Did she? Well, her dad's coming to see her next week. Okay.
Keith and Tasha are Maximus Mom's favorites. Lisa is hoping for a Tasha Wentworth final 2. I'm hoping for a Spencer and I don't care who else final 2.
I know another final who's going to be Andrew and Tasha, because I think that with this merge, they escaped this thing and it has bonded them for the rest of the game. And I definitely see an Andrew Tasha final 2 as well.
Really? You think just avoiding the vote is gonna solidify them for the rest of the game?
for them to be the underdogs in this early merge and escaping by the hair of their chinny chin chins, I think that is going to solidify a final two. Yeah.
I
think
think
it's the wild card.
I think
Wild coconut.
I think just like Lady Gaga in Scream Queens, I think either one of them would just cut a bitch. Cut a bitch, 2 seconds. They will turn on each other. They will just vroop.
I think the final two they will. Of course they have to.
I think well before them. I think if the opportunity arises, they are not going to remain loyal to each other. I think if they can get ahead by screwing the other one over, they're doing it first chance they get.
Another person I think that needs to change their game that's playing the same game as Steven.
Mm-hmm.
Fishbach.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on? Especially, I mean, he does all of those blogs, all of the stuff with, you know who. But I would think he changes his game up a little bit. I know he's happy, because we saw last week, he was happy with his new tribe, but he's still playing a submissive game, and it's gotta toughen up, Steven.
We're all just trying to figure out if you can't get anybody's name right because you really just think that's how they say their names, or if you're just screwing with us.
Stefan?
You said Fishbach. So he's not a composer. It's Fishbach. Stefan Fishbach.
I'm making things colorful. I'm gay. That's how we do it.
Stefan Fishbach. This was
That's
a very...
how us gays do it on the West Coast. We make
was,
things colorful.
This is a very...
East Coast gays are too harsh.
This is a very dramatic episode for Stefan Fishbach, when we did not know what he would do, but we look forward to hearing his renditions when he joins Roberto Sesternino on their show later. You're like a...
Now that I would watch.
You're like... What's the public broadcasting? You're like the public broadcasting commercial.
God. That was a good one, Eric.
You're like a lot of things are good that I do. You're like PBS. You're like PBS. You're like the PBS broadcasting commercial for other people's names, is what I'm saying. Rudy's not on this season, is he? Or is he? I thought he's weird.
I don't want to say anybody's name anymore.
You can say Rudy. Washington State here too. It's the same way for Maximus' mom in Washington State, John, as well.
Awesome blossom. We're still having good weather here. Yo, yo.
Maximus' mom says, whatever happened to season 1 rat comment lady? So you mean the, like, I wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire? Her?
Yes.
She's still around. She's
gotta be still around.
Nikki Cochran says, you're the guy from Masterpiece Theater. And
I drink like
T.G. Hago says, John looks like one of the housewives from Bravo tonight.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Yeah, I would take that as a compliment, too.
I'm at Vicky's pool party later, so...
Careful you don't get the fake cancer. What are your thoughts about the old guy this season, says Zach. What old guy? There's no old guy this season.
There's a few older ones, but I think I'm kind of close to their age. They don't seem very old to me.
Whatever. Keith? Yeah, maybe. Do you mean Keith, the chat room's saying? Maybe he means Keith. I don't think any of them are that old.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them are that old. Well, John.
He's an older guy. But really quick, Monica. We've talked about Monica. No one remembers Monica.
Right.
A little tidbit about Monica. She was on season 19.
Mm-hmm.
And she was best known for standing up to Russell Hantz and telling him she would make or break him in jury. So Monica's got a little bit of a backbone in herself. A little bit of a backbone as well. So maybe we're going to see some colorful things from her this season too.
Right.
Like
Monica
I said, we're just beginning, people. We're just beginning.
Right. Monica got boned in her back, is what I heard you say. So,
I love Keith too. The redneck guy. Redneck dad.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what I wanna remind everyone of. Yes, if you guys love if you guys love John and I together, make sure you tune in on Monday for a Bravo show. I might be there. Where we talk all things Bravo. John, I lost my mind last night during our Scream Queen show. I ended it after an hour and 15 minutes, and I went on a 15-minute Vicky rant because I hate her, but we're not going to talk about it now. But I can't wait to see what you think about that on Monday. So tune in Monday, yes. 7 p.m. Eastern for John, Glammy, myself, maybe, on the Bravo show. Tuesday night, we do Scream Queens at 7 p.m. Eastern. Of course, you guys know Wednesdays, John and I are here for this. Every Thursday, we have a Big Brother show. Tomorrow night is going to be Meg and James, but it's not going to be here. It's going to be on the website, and I'll put out the link. Then I'm back here Friday for a fan show where we talk all things reality TV and take as callers and do your guys' stuff. So that's going to be so much fun. Make sure you become a fan so that you don't miss any of that. John, where can the people find you when they're not busy here becoming a fan?
You can find me everywhere on social media at Comedy Jonah. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest.
I would love to see your Pinterest boards. They're probably
of course, your reality recaps.
I kind of have a feeling that your Pinterest boards are Kelly with the eyes cut out of her face and weird little things of where she's located at every moment. Anyway.
Careful, you could end up like him. I'm crazy.
I also want to remind everyone, if you guys are watching in YouTube, you can click on these buttons, thumbs up and subscribe. That helps us out. And if you're listening in iTunes, 5-star rating and a nice review. But of course, what keeps us going is becoming a patron. YourRealityRecaps.com/patron. John is going to come into the Facebook group for patrons soon. I invited him. I'm still waiting for him to accept. And of course, there's a bunch of other perks for patrons members as well. But most importantly, it keeps us doing these shows every night of the week. And that's all, John. I gotta go live tweet Survivor now. I know I'm live tweeting
tweeting West Coast.
I'm live tweeting for the East Coast in a few minutes. John is live tweeting for the West Coast during West Coast time. That's all, everybody. We love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. You can watch this back later on our website, YourRealityRecaps.com/Survivor. Bye, everybody. We'll see you guys later. I'll see you tomorrow for Jag. Okay, bye, everybody. Bye. I don't even know where I'm ending. I'm just looking. Okay, bye, everybody.